Change the hearts you know are wrong to find the place where you belong. Oh my god, have I switched into the body of a man? Well, hey everybody, I'm Anna Coleman, and I seem to have switched bodies with the reviewer Harry Thomas, but I just wanted to recommend you go see my sequel of Freakier Friday in cinemas now.
Don't worry, I just keep on coming back. I'm your good and I'm your bad, 'cause you're my baby.
It's Friday, Friday. I saw Freakier Friday on Friday. Freakier Friday, not directed by Mark Waters this time, but by Nisha Gantran, and is the 2025 sequel to the 2003 classic Freaky Friday. So Freakier Friday tells the story taking place over 2 decades after the original. Anna Coleman now has a daughter of her own, a Harper, who's a gifted surfer, and when Anna is marrying the father of Harper's classmate that she does not get on with, and the two are going to have to be stepsisters when their parents marry, and let's just say they very much resent that idea to begin with. And Anna and Tess still clash because Anna doesn't always like it when Tess tries to step in and take full control as grandparent, but of course, one Friday night, the freakish body swap happens again when they meet the fortune teller lady, and this time it's not two but four of them that switch bodies. Yes, Harper and Lily are in the bodies of Anna and Tess, and Anna and Tess are in the bodies of Harper and Lily. So, of course, Harper and Lily and Anna and Tessa needed to, of course, uh, fix all the family drama to bring the two families together in peace. If you had your if you had any doubts about Freakier Friday, if you went in skeptical, because I totally get, why some people would be like, oh, it's been too long, and been too long. Do we really care about a sequel at this point? Did Freaky Friday need a sequel? Isn't this just a cash grab? And wasn't this initially going to go to Disney Plus? Well, you needn't worry. You can put all those rumors to bed, because Freakier Friday is nearly as fabulous as its predecessor. I think just like the original, this one will go down as a classic. It is one of the greatest modern Disney sequels, hands down. Best Disney sequel since Frozen 2. I mean, it's leaps and bounds better than last year's Moana 2. And Disney doesn't often make, just these great live action movies these days. Well, last year we had Young Woman and the Sea, but but it's fresh to see them go back to one of their original live action films from the 2000s, and do something different from Marvel and Star Wars and all that. And yes, there is nostalgia in the sequel. There are callbacks to the original, but they are. The movie never goes overboard with that. There is both something for the old fans of the original to enjoy, and something new for the new generation to enjoy in this sequel. This is a legacy sequel done right that respects the original, and part of this film's strength is having not only Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis reprise their roles so brilliantly, but also the two new teen girls, Harper, Arna's daughter and Tess's granddaughter, and Lily, the British girl. She and her father are soon to be joining the Coleman family, uh, and and just like the first film, yeah, I chuckled a lot and I sobbed my eyes out a lot. So it's got the heart and the magic touch of the original, and the the predicament that the girls and Honor and Tess find themselves in was extremely relatable. I know exactly how hard step families can be, and of course, teenagers are initially gonna have skepticism about somebody new coming into the family and being forced to be a step sibling or have a step parent. You can never force somebody to like a step family, and this film did that well. It's so well and made us see things from both sides. I mean, even though I am never going to be a step parent because that's just my preference. But Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis, mwah, mwah. I mean, hats off to them both. They have lost none of their mojo, and they are both just as wonderful here as they were in the original. And Jamie Lee Curtis has aged considerably in 20 years, but Lindsay Lohan, she still hasn't aged a day, but literally 50% of Tess's comedy is Lily in Tess's body joking about how old she is and how old her husband has become and how her face looks like a dried up tomato. Yeah, I mean, props to. I'm so pleased that in this film, Arn and Tess didn't just switch bodies into one another and they became two different characters. So this film doesn't just feel like a remake of the original. So I don't get why some people feel this is a rehash of the original because I didn't find that. And the fact that they play teenage girls half to a quarter of their age, that is incredible. And credit to Julie Butters as a Harper, Anna's daughter and Tess's granddaughter, yeah, and Lily's actress, yeah, just as awesome in this movie as Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis, and they get to play older women when they switch bodies. I mean, it shows the actors studied one another as much as they did in the original. It is exceedingly funny to see a young teenage girl act like a parent to two grown women, old enough to be her mother and grandmother. Yeah, and of course, as the two girls are in different bodies, they begin to hate one another less. Of course, at school they start a food fight as a cake sale and nearly blow up their science lab when arguing in a science lesson, as they are forced to be in different bodies and skip school and have some fun and get to see well uh, uh, Harper's mother's personal life and have in a heartwarming moment when they cheer up Ella, a lady at Anna's job who has just got her heart broke by her ex-boyfriend. I mean, it's moments like that that made this sequel feel special. And then as they and as the day goes on, they're like, "Oh, I hated you a little less today." And you do sympathise with Lily because she went through what Anna went through in her teenage years in the first movie, and Tess does try to reach out to her and comfort her on that. And when Lily and Tessa switch bodies, that's when they begin to grow even closer. And none of the male characters are unlikable douchebags. And no, it's this movie, like the first film, shows that some men are genuine gentlemen, and even Jake Arna's former boyfriend returns in this movie. I mean, I've no idea what happened to Harper's biological father, but maybe Harper's father and Anna's former love is deceased, obviously. But it's so hysterical when Harper in her mother's body is attempting to flirt with Jake again, even though Jake's like, "What? You moved on from me. You are head over heels for your new fiance." And I've just realised Jake is played by Tristan from Gilmore Girls, the guy who was always crushing on Rory Gilmore in Chilton, and. Of course, Anna's fiance and Lily's father. Yeah, he he's been through so much just like Lily has, and Harper learns how much he loves her mother, while she and Lily attempt to sabotage and break up their parents' wedding. I mean, you can't blame them to begin with, but then the more they discover about their parents, they realize, oh shit, we're doing a terrible thing, and we're gonna hurt our parents emotionally if we break off their engagement. And Parenthood track fans, there is a fun little cameo from Elena Hendricks. Yes, Meredith Blake herself, and she still looks so glamorous. Yeah, Lindsay Lohan and Elena Hendricks, whenever they star in a movie together, it's like lightning in a bottle. Yeah, and even the fortune teller lady returns, and she may be twice as funny in this movie as she was in the original. Particularly when she's at Starbucks, and each returning character from the original never feels like they're there for just a pointless cameo. No, that they serve a purpose. And yes, having four people switch bodies may feel like the film isn't as focused as the original. It may feel like the film is harder to keep up with. It is a bold move, but I think it works. It helps that this sequel is longer than the original, so it gives more time to focus on the teen girls in the elder woman's body, and vice versa. But the most beautiful part of the movie is that ending where I freaking cried, where Anna and Tess in one another's body perform one of the most beautiful mother and daughter songs, "My Baby." That song is a absolute masterpiece, and any mother and daughter in the movie theater watching that will just hug one another. It's awesome to hear our girl Lindsay Lohan get to perform again, because she has still got it, and and stay for the credits, because there are some hilarious bloopers and behind the scenes takes of the movie with the cast. So overall, Freakier Friday is freakier by name and freakier by nature, and it's one of my favourite movies of summer 2025. Any fan of the original, I would recommend this 100%. Even if I'd give the slight edge to the first Freaky Friday, I'm overjoyed we got this movie in cinemas, and they didn't just dump it on Disney Plus, showing that they cared, and they made a sequel that's better than it has any right to be.
I give Freakier Friday 5 stars out of 5. Best movie ever.
So the Freaky Friday duology is now one of Disney's greatest duologies. Their best duology since Frozen, easily. And I mean, we may get a Freaky Friday 3 depending on the reception and box office takings. But if Freaky Friday 3 is anything like the first two, then count me in. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what are your thoughts on a Freakier Friday, and how does it compare to the 2003 original for you? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'll see you all next time when I share my thoughts on Margot Robbie potentially starring in Tim Burton's Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.